Hi, it's Ben here. Look, this is the first video, so excuse the poor production, but what's triggered me to record this video is yesterday I made an attempt to withdraw a sizable sum of my funds to get into cryptocurrency from the banks. And I was quite surprised by the amount of red tape that I had to go through just to get some of my own money and questions that were put before me, making me actually even have to explain myself as to what I'm going to do with my money. I was shocked by. As to what I was going to invest in, or am in the process of investing in, is cryptocurrency. I've lost all faith in our standard fiat, Jurassic bloody coin that we've been operating off for God knows how long. And being in Melbourne, Australia, where I am, I and my wife have been priced out of the property market here. So we've made the tough call to basically start allocating a large portion of what was our housing deposit to get into the Australian market and get into crypto. We already have put in probably about $5,000 into cryptocurrency, spread over about say 12 different altcoins. And that's actually performed very well. But anyway, so what I did yesterday is I basically went in there after liquidating some shares. We had actually invested in A2 Milk, the baby formula that's really hit it off with a bang over in China. We liquidated half of our Australian stocks in that, and which left us with I think there's about 22,000 that hit the account. And then we've gone in there, and basically my request was, give me my money. To which I was told, I'm sorry, but if you were to take that money, you're actually going to clean out the bank. I'm like, what do you mean you're a bank? We're only talking $20,000. Give me my money. To which they said, I'm sorry, there's even actually laws in place to prevent you from taking in excess of $10,000. I'm like, you're kidding me. This is my money. They said, no, sorry, these are the limits. Can you please tell me why you would actually need this money? I'm like, it's my bloody money. Hand it over. Anyway, after going through the ID process, which they actually made it quite complicated in itself, because it was a joint savings account with my wife. Luckily, my wife actually walked in at the time and passed some, signed off as well, even though it shouldn't have been any issues. But anyhow, in short, here's a 10 grand, so the first first wave of money that's been pulled out of the account. Today I will be doing another run on the banks to actually withdraw some more funds. It's actually put a bit of distaste in my mouth. It actually motivates me to even liquidate more stocks and drive more into it, because it kind of highlights, I guess, what is in place as far as capital controls and just that dictatorship. It kind of puts a bad taste in my bloody mouth, to be honest. Now, why I've done this, why I've decided to withdraw the bulk of the fiat currency that I've got floating around, is because I wanted to invest in cryptocurrency. Now, in the last couple of days, the Australian government have done something with the banks whereby they've made it extremely complicated to fund what is considered as like the equivalent of like a broker to invest in cryptocurrency. I had actually daily withdrawals set up via EFT using BPay here in Australia. So basically just a direct wire transfer set up on repeat, like a daily withdrawal from my standard transacting account. Because I believe in this stuff. So I decided on what would be a realistic figure for me to invest on a daily basis. And I had this set up as an automation. So just daily, it's withdrawn from my account, goes towards my broker, and then I'm distributing that across an array of coins that I believe in. Not for like from a day trading perspective, but more so just a buy and hold, as I do believe in the future use. Of these coins. I believe it's all got a lot of merit. Anyway, not the point. The other day, I had payments bounce, and it turns out what's happened is the banks have put a stronghold on any funds exiting their accounts, or the banks, to fund up the likes of these brokers or exchanges to trade cryptocurrency. Okay, hang on a sec here. This is my bloody money. I'm not buying heroin. I'm not buying Viagra. I'm not selling firearms, buying firearms. What's with this? Anyhow, it's quite clear that the banks are actually quite scared of this movement that's taking place. And trust me, it is a bloody movement. It is spreading like wildfire. It was only a matter of weeks ago. The total market cap was, 400 billion. As of today, I'll look this up. Total market cap is currently sitting at 597 billion. So this thing's exploding. We've got funds that are pulling in all over the place. The likes of these cryptocurrencies are allowing over 2 billion people that have got nothing to do with the global economy to actually get in there and actually start trading and bypass government controls and all the rest. I've got a lady that actually works with me. She's based in Zimbabwe. And they've had tremendous issues over there. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but the capital controls and the corruption that they have over there. She's saying that in Zimbabwe, if they want currency, they've got to go down to the banks, and they're waiting 5-6 hours to even withdraw 20 USD. Forget their own currency, because that's all just completely up the shit. But yeah, so they'll wait 5-6 hours for the likes of to get the 20 USD. And she said she actually hasn't even touched a note of currency since April last year because it's so scarce. Things like, say, margarine, where they were $4 USD only a matter of, say, 3-4 months ago, blown up to 20 USD in Zimbabwe because capital controls, corruption, and all the rest. Now, this is only Africa. My point is that the likes of the cryptocurrencies, what it's allowing to happen here is you have people in these places which they might be war torn. It could just be a case of they're so far out and look, maybe they were brought up in such a fashion where they were away from society to a certain extent, and they don't have a means to identify themselves to even get a bank account. So they're left kind of enslaved but in their local village as a farmer or whatever. But if they've got someone who's got a little bit of nous and they're trying to step things up and build a business, and they've got these big plans, they struggle because of the capital controls and everything else that's in place. So the likes of cryptocurrencies, it allows the likes of these people to get involved and actually play at the global table with everyone else. Look, I live in Australia. We take a lot for granted here. The likes of, look, even being able to go down to the bank, do all these things. We've got everything at our doorstep realistically here. But at the end of the day, this cryptocurrency, it's not going anywhere. It's a bloody movement. I want a nice big chunk of it. I've kind of missed the boat, I believe, with the Australian housing market, where I stand right now. Like at the rate that I can save, like my partner and I, we're on a good wicket. We do well, but it's just got past us. So unless you're going to get a chop out, a handout from family, or someone's going to guarantor you or whatever, you're talking mortgages at noose rates. Personally, I don't see things as a smart buy. Like unless you were to pull in capital and actually get in on a development or something like that, it doesn't sit right with me. And so look, this video doesn't constitute any sort of financial advice. I probably should have got that out in the start. But anyway, I'm going to be cutting a series of videos showing you exactly what you're going to go through if you do decide to go down this route. So as I said, first 10 grand. I'm going to be trying to hit them up for another 10 grand today. Next plan is to go see my Bitcoin dealer. So what I'm going to be doing is actually handing them the cash, giving them my my wallet code, which is just a string of code for those who aren't aware, and they're going to wire me the equivalent in Bitcoin currency into my wallet. Now, personally, I have no intention of having any sort of long-term hold in Bitcoin. I'll probably go into that in another video. But my intention will be to actually liquidate that position in the exchange, so then I can distribute it across about 12-13 different coins that I've already invested in now. But I'd like to spread that out so I maintain about 7, 8, 9% spread across the bulk of these coins. And this is a long-term hold. Now, a long-term hold in crypto, like they say, what, 3 months in cryptocurrency is equivalent of potentially trading out for, say, a year to 2 years. The growth is exploding. But as I said, this doesn't constitute any financial advice. I'm just sharing my story, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I probably left a lot out. I actually got the old bags under my eyes. I'm actually a little bit hungover. I had just a late night last night. Yeah, anyway, I'll keep you posted. And look, I might even try and do a bit of a recording of my experience with the banks when I actually request my cash. I'd recommend you just go into the banks. If you've got a bit of a deposit, even if you're not having any intention of actually doing anything with it, try take your money out. See what happens. They don't have it. Anyway, you'll see another video soon. Take care.